Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI with me, Get Daved. So last time I polished off the ancient castle, and I've set up my party to storm the Fanatics Tower. One important thing I did off-screen is, if you look very carefully, you'll note Realm has something called the Paladin Shield equipped. It's a very good shield. As a matter of fact, let's just take it off so I can show you how good it is. You are going to be so impressed with me. So we uncursed the cursed shield. Now, the way I did that, yeah, pretty good stats. Full elemental immunity. Or absorption. The way I did it is, I flew to Solitary Island, which is the one Sid is on. The one where we found the Palador Esper. And the enemies there, one, you can steal elixirs from them. Two, they only have one hit point, and they die on their own, even without you hitting them. They have the seizure status ailment, so they lose 2 hit points at a time, so the fights go very quickly. The other nice thing is, you can equip an Esper that has any spell that has a 1% growth rate, or a ×1 growth rate. You get 1 magic point from every one of those fights, so it's easy to track exactly how many fights you've done. Anyway, I did that. Stole some elixirs. You'll see my number has gone up by 7. Yeah, and now I'm ready to storm the Fanatics Tower. So enough talk, let's get to it. I've got wall rings on everybody. That's one common strategy. Another common strategy is to bring Yumaro, because inside the Fanatics Tower, you can't use anything but magic, except for Yumaro. He can beat the crap out of everything. But, I want to be learning a lot of magic, because you don't get any experience points, but you get a ton of magic points. For most fights, I just recommend picking your strongest move, pointing it at your party, and nuking like crazy. Also, the enemies will do it to themselves a little bit. Oh yeah, that guy counter-attacked with Muddle. Interesting. I'm not sure how much more this will take to win, but it should do it. Yeah. The lower level enemies are not that strong. Also, I put some effort. I mean, you've already seen my relic equipment, but gold hairpins. Use them. Brains. Eat them. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, these guys are a little tougher. Under some circumstances, I might recommend the Vanish X-Zone trick. You know what? I might cut straight to that. Let's just play it safe. Should also be mentioned, a lot of the enemies in here can be killed by depleting all of their magic points. And I think Doom bounces. Some of these guys have Reflect up as well, so... Vanish is unavoidable and bypasses Reflect. Doom does not. Yes, you may consider this the coward's way out, but you don't screw around in the Fanatics Tower. Safety bit. Nice relic. There we go. Recall to the right to the treasure. Oh goodness. You guys get to see all of the different enemies. I'm actually going to yield Realm's turn, because, my goodness. Neither Realm nor Locke have the thing on. Golden hairpin, so they're expending MP twice as fast as their friends. Also, Sarah Zentella... Sella Zentera, holy cow. They also have a Minerva's on, so that gives them another 25% MP. So that switch we flicked opens up. Another treasure room. This is where you get the air anchor. Now there's lots of other ways to get air anchors. Nothing that special. But this is the best way. It's a final tool for Edgar. So these magic pots, can't do too much with them. They do nice stuff to you continuously, but the reward for killing them is pretty sweet, so... Let's just bounce our strongest spell back at them. Call it a win. Kind of surprised no one else has flare. I should do something about that. We'll just let Salas do the next one as well. Or not. They're not always nice. And yes, this is the most terrible music in the game. I'm sorry, everybody. This is actually the worst area. I hate this area. You've seen these guys already. I'll spare you the pain. Get ready to see a lot of that. You just keep going up the stairs over and over. It's 4 screens of this. Some new guys here. Gotta start being careful with the enemies now. But I'll be relying on mostly the same strategies throughout. Uh-oh! Yeah, they got angry and counterattacked. Should also point out that you will start getting pounded with defense-piercing attacks in here, so hope you can handle some of that. If you did stick it out and learn Meteor, it bypasses Reflect status and is actually quite useful in here. If you got the Ragnarok Esper, and you just happen to have someone who knows Ultima, as long as you can sustain casting it, it's extremely useful here, because it basically just does 9,999 damage to all the enemies, or very close to it. That should do... no? The battles take forever in here. I miss you, Maro. Yeah, he should really be done. So we got rid of the weakest, and the level 50 should be toast too, because Terra's got a lot of firepower. Literally! Alright. Don't be afraid to rely on Osmos to get your MP back. This is a grueling place. As monotonous as the music. Ooh, Genji shield. Nothing exciting here. Well, I guess you haven't seen a level 30. Guess what we're gonna do to take care of it. You get... oh, no. Oh, that's unfortunate. I love their counterattacks that they use on each other. Some of you might be wondering why I'm targeting Fire 3 on all of my characters, and the reason is... well, let's go with Ice 3. It's a little more interesting. Oh, good. The rationale is you actually do get a little bit more power if it's multi-targeted, and you have 4 characters with wall rings on. I think 3 is the break-even point. And of course the chance to hit multiple targets. Alright, we're starting to get some good progress here. Please learn Flare. Tritalk's just a great Esper. While you're in the Fanatics Tower, you can learn spells extremely quickly, so I recommend you pick some of the Espers that aren't terribly rewarding. It would be great to have someone with Quick, but I guess there's no harm done in learning it in here. Also, Locke appears to know almost everything else. Seriously? Also, Terra's super low on HP, and not everyone is flying, and I don't like that, so here we go. Want to open up the possibility of Quake, although a lot of the enemies here are flying. Oh, good. Nothing new here. And welcome back. Pardon me for taking 2 steps off camera. Oh, level 70. That's gonna be exciting. Always be afraid of enemies that look like that. That look like they're on fire. It can leech off some MP. Some of my characters are getting a little low. In the previous fight, when one of them got vanished, I tried to use X-Zone to really teach him a lesson. It wasn't worth it in the end. Terra's fine. Quake, generally not very effective. It'll hit the level 50 magic, but not the other two, I don't think. Granted, it does insane damage, so why not? Alright, me, I've convinced me. She doesn't know it yet. We'll bounce a flare. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna try being direct on this one. Alright. We could also go with defense piercing. Actually, you know what? Let's go for a summon. You guys have been good. I'll let you watch some of these things. Again, X-Zone's tempting, but something will probably bounce off and hit them before that. Like that! I guess we'll nuke it with Bahamut. Bahamut. Just kinda hoping that would hit the other enemy. Oh well. Tritalk Summon, everybody! New content! Looks like a... that was quite strong. Looked like a cockatrice. So close. So far. The good news is, for the most part, those summons were terribly effective, and I think I'm going to rely on them more. As a matter of fact, let's try riding it and see how they like it. That could greatly... this could revolutionize my tactics in this tower. Stunner, best weapon in the game for Shadow, and... who likes dragons? White Dragon's Pearl Elemental. He... pearls a lot. I don't know how else to put it. Dude likes his Pearl spell. Likes to counterattack with it. Likes to hit you in the first place with it. Riding won't work, no point in trying that one. Alright, I'll try Quake. The White Dragon, just pound on him with the best you've got, unless that's Pearl. Anything else should be fair game. Or the Vanished X-Zone trip, you know, you don't have to be cool about it. Does not have that many hit points. Only really likes Flare. Or, pardon me, Pearl. We're losing our float status, but that's okay. Everyone but Locke, I think, has full immunity to it. I guess we'll find out eventually. Forget if the Pearl or the White Dragon has Reflect up. I'm just gonna find out. And I won't be easing into it. Let's go for it again. I think the Minerva actually only has 50% resistance to Quake, but no big deal. There we go. So that wasn't so bad, was it? No Pearl? There we go. And that's how you get a Pearl Lance the hard way. The easy way we already covered. And that goes through gambling at the Coliseum. Alright everybody, new strategy. It's all about using Raiden, or Odin, either will do. And we're on the last screen. Toughest enemies. But, you know, we're getting near the end. Okay. I've switched the MacGuffin to Realm here. So her spells will cost half. By MacGuffin I mean gold hairpin. Switched it off of Terra. Not going to use any cheap tricks here. Uh-oh. That was a problem. Also, it's kind of hard to hear Celas. Okay, that didn't work on anybody. Screw everything I've said. Okay, we got two characters with things queued up. I think I'm just gonna bombard them with normal tactics, though I did flirt with the idea of Vanished X Zone again. Because I'm not afraid to be cheap. Quite the opposite, as a matter of fact. I am brave to be cheap. You could learn a lot from me. This should do it. It's coming from Celas, so it's got a bit more bite. Just mentioned, I brought Terra and Celas because they can equip the Minerva. I picked Locke because he knows a lot of spells right now. And Realm because of her high magic stat. And our magic's starting to get a little low right now, so I'm probably going to have an Osmos battle. Force armor. Always nice. In this situation, you might wonder why I've got Genji armor on Locke, and that's just to increase his magic defense stat instead of elemental resistances. He could have a higher magic evade as well, but he's got the force shield, which is giving him a fair bit of elemental resistance and magic evade. And we will not be relying on it in the end. Alright everybody, Realm just learned Ultima, so now everything changes. Totally new ballgame now. Ultima is defense piercing, it's reflect proof. As a matter of fact, we don't really need to do anything else now that we have Ultima. That's a bit of a hyperbole, but not much of one. No sir. Alright everybody, here it is in all its glory. Boom! With a little bit of leveling up, it will be much, much more powerful than that. Also, they're casting re-rays on me. Possibly to prepare me for the barrage of meteors I will be being hit with soon. Really? Nasty enemies. Also gonna try Raiden one more time. See if we can instant kill these enemies. Always nice to find out. Come on. There we go. Guess we'll never find out. Okay, we've reached the top, the gem box. A fantastic relic. And at this point, I recommend you adjust your equipment a little bit. One sec, I gotta figure that out. Alright everybody, I did a little bit of figuring, and this is what I've got going in, walking away from this treasure chest. I've still to equip the gem box, but I've got the Atma weapon on Celas now, and I've lowered her magic evade, and I've taken off the wall ring. Those are the significant things. It has replaced the wall ring, so she's going to be able to attack like crazy if I berserk her, and I've lowered her magic evade so that it will be relatively easy for me to berserk her. And beyond that, let's just get the magic gem box on. And I'm going to put that on Realm, but it'll cost me gem box. There we go. And I guess Locke can have the golden hairpin. Alright.
And this is actually one of the hardest bosses in the game, so... hope you've carefully considered some of what I've done. We will not be returning the treasure. And I'm not even sure if you can. I guess we'll check real quick. Nope. Let's dance. It's the Magi Master. Priority 1. Life 3 on everybody. No ands, ifs, or buts. Unless you have a crap ton of hit points. Life 3 on everybody first. Yep. And then Celes is gonna cast Berserk on herself. If she has it. She may not. That's okay, the Vanish X Zone trick won't work for you in this case. But if you have Flare, that's a good thing. If you have Ultima or Meteor, those are good things. Otherwise, you're going to be in for a rough fight. Does anyone here actually have Berserk? Every time you hit this guy with a spell, he changes what he's weak against. There we go, Berserk. Also, we can only use magic. If you try using the Vanish trick on him, he'll use Wall Change, which will make him visible again. We've got Celes with the ammo weapon setup. See, that's likely not to do much. Because she still has Minerva, which will give her a lot of elemental protection. Alright, now that that's worked, now we're in business for dishing out some damage, because she can do physical attacks now, and her physical attacks are defense piercing. So I'm going to open up with that and double Ultima from Realm. Locke and Terra are not going to contribute much to this fight beyond what's already been done. Unless we start getting into trouble and have to whittle him down. He will absorb or take no damage from every element except one, and every time he gets hit with something, he changes his weakness. But that worked okay. Oops. You can also try depleting his magic points, but that will take you your entire life, so I recommend against it. See? Ultima works pretty well. And ditto for attacks. Yumaro is also good because he'll just pound away. As a matter of fact, Realm's going to make very short work of him. The only slightly bitter situation would be if we'd There we go. Would be if Terra had known Ultima, because she can also equip a Minerva. We could have adopted a slightly different strategy, but no matter. Also, when you kill this guy, he'll use Ultima, which is why we've got life 3 on all of our characters. Currently weak against ice, but now he's going to use Wall Change. Hence the main dilemma of this fight. He will be dead soon, though. So we can do about 4,000 a pop with Celes on that one. There's a bit of a dilemma. You could also do Offering and Atma Weapon and Valiant Knife with Locke to get a higher offensive output. But no Minerva on him. So you could do Force Armor to give him some elemental protection, but I don't think enough. Alright, this will be the end, everybody. Now we just have to wait for the commands to execute.
Flare is non-elemental, which is why it's a good choice. Ultima's non-elemental, and defense piercing. As I've said many times. We did it! If you deplete all his MP, he also can't hit you with this. Yay, re-raise! Magic points for all. And Lock learned Warp. Okay, so aside from getting terribly beaten up in that encounter, we're done. I don't think you can use Warp to get out of here, unfortunately. That's alright. I wanted to walk. All the way back at... Oh, goodness. I'll see you all in the next video, everybody.